These are my dark romance novels live on Amazon, and people are reading them right now, and even more people are wanting to read them, and they're getting great reviews. And I wrote these 3 books entirely with AI using the exact same system you can get from this page today. And I'm about to show you exactly how that works. So I'm going to pop into Claude here, but this works on ChatGPT as well. I'm going to set up a new project, and let's call it new dark romance novel. So I create a project. Then you get 3 files to drop in here. There is the dark romance framework that runs the whole genre. There's the style pack, that is what makes the books great and make them not sound like AI. And then you have the setup prompt, and you just drop them in, and then you say something like, let's get started, and it starts a planning process. So the setup process runs through 15 steps, and every step of the way, as you can see here, Claude or ChatGPT will give you 3 options for each question. Very detailed. This is option A, option B, and option C. And you can then choose which one you want, or you can give your own. As you can see here, I went in and said, okay, I want option C, but I also want this and that. And you can have a conversation. You are the co-author with the AI, and you get to make the decisions. And you run through the setup process to plan out your novel. And then what the AI produces is these documents. You get a world Bible, which defines the setting of your book. You get the story Bible, which defines the book itself, the beats, the progression, everything that happens in there. And you get a character profile, very detailed description of each of the main characters, the supporting cast, what's their voice like, what they look like, how do they act, how are they attracted to each other, and all that stuff. You get obviously a chapter outline for all the chapters, what's going to happen in each chapter, what are the beats, what's the progression, what are the things that needs to be shown in there. And you get a crucial document called the story state, and this one gets updated for every chapter you write. And this is how we keep track of what has happened, where are the characters, and what's going to happen next, so you get continuity in your project. And just to show you that this works on ChatGPT as well, here I've done the same planning session, and you get the same document. So you end up with these 7 documents here, the 2 we put in, the framework and the style pack, and then the 5 we generated. And this is what's going to allow you to write a fantastic book using AI. And then you just go into, here we are in ChatGPT, you go into a chat for each chapter. You just go up here, you tell it to write a chapter. It comes out with a plan for each chapter that you can approve, adjust, add to. And then when you're happy with it, you tell it to write a chapter, and it will simply write the chapter. And if we look at it in Claude here, you can see this is a chapter that is written, and it's really, really, really good. So I wrote these 3 books using this, and they're now live inside my KDP account, and you can see them here. You can see the first book was published or submitted on the 2nd of June. And I believe if we find it here, it is the second book published on the 3rd of June, and then the third one on the 10th of June. Now, it didn't take me 10 days to write these. It took me 2 days plus an 8-day break before I actually published book number 3. And they're now live on Amazon. They're making sales every day, and they're getting good reviews. People love these books, but as they say, the proof is in the money. And I'm about to prove to you just how good these books are. But before I do that, Let's just pop to the New York Times here. Let me refresh it. So you can see the date is Friday, July 3rd, and I'm doing this so you can see that I'm not doctoring anything. Nothing is photoshopped. This is live. So I go into my KDP account here, and we can go to the royalties estimator, and we see, so these books were published in June. We put it here, and we put only the dark romance books, and you're gonna see these 3 books have made $180 so far. More importantly, they're getting read. So if we also set this to June and only to the dark romance books, you can see these books have gotten over 27,000 page views, and people are reading them, and they're not just reading book 1, they're transitioning from book 1 to book 2 to book 3 as they finish each book, meaning they love these books, they want more of them, and they're reading them. And I get paid for every page read. But obviously I have more books. You saw I had the 3 fantasy books that I did with the previous co-author system. They're also live in here. And if we have a look at this with these books, this KDP account, we had 6 books on it. The 3 fantasy ones and the 3 dark romance one has made over $1,000 in the last few months. And the books are getting read. Again, if we see how many page reads, we are now over 100,000 pages read. And then here is the proof that dark romance is huge, because you can see that the dark romance books, even though they've been out for less than 3 weeks, they're quickly catching up to the fantasy, and there are massive spikes here with the dark romance, and they are going to make this account absolutely explode. Right, and here's another cool thing. I get warm and fuzzy feeling every time I see this, but my books written with AI are live and being sold on places like Walmart.com. So here's what you get today. If you grab the Steamy co-author from this page, you get the framework, the setup prompt, and style pack that will allow you to write these dark romance books with AI. There's a printable guide if you prefer to read, but you get a full training system in here as well. Everything from A to Z, from getting started to defining what dark romance is, learning what it is, how to set up your projects, how to use AI, how to plan your stories, run the setup, how to write it with AI, how to edit it, how to publish it, and how to make your book sell. Everything is covered in here, 27 modules and growing. Every module has audio if you prefer to listen to it, and we use, if we go in here, you can see we use interactive screenshots, and we use tutorial videos where those are needed as well. So all the training in here, you get the frameworks, you get everything you need to start writing dark romance books that sell. So I hope to see you in here, and we do have a community as well, a very active one, and I hope to see you in here. Drop in, post a comment, and let us know what you want to write first. And I'll see you inside.